you can hear the music.
Okay, we're live. Can't hear it. Are you sharing it? You got to share it.
Okay, forget about it.
Bummer. Okay. Okay, I think I know what happened. All right. So anyways, guys, we're just going to go ahead and go forward. And if Laura fixes it and figures it out, I'm so excited here. It's Wednesday and we are doing something different than the norm, you guys. We are interviewing an amazing guy that has led, I'm kind of feeling, I don't know, we're going to find the history out more when Jeff begins to talk. But I want to tell you something. Lori Caputo is one of these kind of people. That's why we're co-hosts together, where she just digs deep. When we're looking for something, she looks for the best. She's one of those people that when we put a party together, we're looking for the best of everything, right? So she's like, we got to go see this band. And we got to make sure before we sign the contract for our 40th reunion that we're going to actually like these guys. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So we sought out the band. They're at Greek Fest over in, not far from, I don't know, Orland, Tinley, whatever, who knows. And we're sitting there and they start to play. And Lori's got the contract in her hands, right? And I look and all they did is start the first song. I turned my head and I said, book them, Dano. We got to have these guys. They're so good. So with that, Lori, I want to give the honor to you, over to you. You got the connection here, and I'd love to have you introduce Jeff. So take it away, Laura.
I am so excited. I am so excited today. I've been listening to their music all morning and actually even yesterday because they just get me in the mood. They were the perfect band for our class reunion. It was the best reunion we ever had, and everybody was just dancing and having a good time. The one thing about Strung Out is they make you go back in time and you feel where you were back in those days and you remember all these great memories, and their voices are just amazing. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to Jeff from Strung Out. So Jeff, take it away.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lori. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So I remember that day. It was kind of wet and rainy, as I recall.
Right.
We weren't sure we were going to play out there at the Greek Fest, but you came out to hear Strung Out, which is my band. And we pride ourselves on being the best of the 70s. So everything we play is basically from that decade. And like you, I was a class of 79 graduate myself from Brother Rice High School. So we started the band about, 9 years ago now. It's weird because we lost an entire year and I'm not sure what year it is anymore. But the band is pretty much made up of myself. I sing, play keyboards and some guitar. Ted Spaniak, our lead guitarist, Tom Culver on the electric cello, John Cesare on the bass guitar, and Jeff James on the drums. Jeff, the drummer, and Tom and myself all played in the Blues Brothers, a Blues Brothers tribute band for a few years.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of how we started this thing. And it just sort of evolved into the music we loved, which was 70s music. And we play a lot of things that most people just don't play anymore. We play some pop music from the 1970s that a lot of people don't hear, but we mix that in with, you name it, the harder rock stuff, the funkier stuff, little country stuff here and there. So yeah, it's been great. And we really appreciate that, people remember the music and enjoy it. So yeah.
Laura, do you want to go?
Well, I just want to know, how was it for you guys during the pandemic? Did you guys still practice, and what did you guys do?
Yeah, we did not. We basically, did some Zoom meetings, but we didn't rehearse. So it was difficult. I mean, I think everybody's frame of mind was such that, a little depression sets in and you try and do other things, but we weren't in the same room together for close to a year,
Wow.
So it was, when we knew that things were looking up and the vaccine started to come around and everybody felt more comfortable, being in the room together, that's when we started sort of slowly getting back into rehearsal. And we started, thankfully, a lot of people rebooked us from shows that were canceled last year. So a lot of things that our schedule now are just rebookings, thankfully, from the previous year, plus a handful of new things as well. So,
Yeah.
So I have a question. So
Yeah.
Jeff, I know the answer, but I want our listeners to be able to hear this because right now we're actually here. We're in 3 countries and we're in, I don't know, 25, 26 states that we're in with people, but these people stem from people from here and all over the place and stuff. And so, I understand and I know because Lori, and I booked you for the reunion, you do all kinds of stuff. I mean, give us a little idea of some of the events that you've done. I'm sure you've done some different ones that we don't realize.
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of the band primarily in the summer does festivals, concert in the parks. I think we've hit, a good hunk of the south and western suburbs. We were just in Lockport on Monday night, 2 nights ago. We have Orland Hills coming up in 2 weeks on the 26th. And then I have to look here. We're out in Aurora, Lyon, Shorewood. We're doing the Whiting Pierogi Fest this year, which is always a big event for
great.
Polish guys like me. Yeah, that's always a good one.
Go to that one.
Joliet, Lamont. So we play all over. And I would, recommend people, if they want to learn more, they can go to our website, strungoutband.com, or look for us on Facebook, Strung Out Chicago on Facebook. There you can get in touch with us, see the schedule. More information than you need is usually there. So, but yeah, but we also, getting back to how we all met, do a lot of reunions. We do a lot of private events. The classes from the 70s seem to like having us. I guess it makes sense. You're going to hear the music that was popular when you were in school. So, so we've been fortunate. The band, I think, has played nearly 350 shows in the past 8 years. So keeps us busy enough for sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And so you guys in the summer, so you do outdoor things, and then when it gets cooler, you guys do it in some bars and stuff. Because I know we play at Bailey Doyle's and Downers Grove.
Right.
So, and you know what? Everybody just loves you guys. I'm amazed. It was so funny because one of our friends, I'm not mentioning names, and I'm like, well, you don't know how these bands are, maybe we should have a DJ for the reunion. And I'm like, we got a recommendation from our friend Paul Tobias. He owns a music store in Downers Grove and guitars and stuff. And when he's the one that actually gave us your name.
Wow, thank you.
And he said that he heard from the people that work with him that a lot of people contact you. So that's how we contacted you originally. So like I said, like Debbie said, when we went out there, we brought this friend with us and we were all like just amazed. We were so excited. And the thing about it too is we're having our 60th birthday party this year. And I was hoping that, we're going to try to come out and see you and with our class to celebrate our birthday this summer. So we got a couple dates we're going to do, but I'm so excited. But the thing is, are you getting a lot of people back to hear you? I mean, you see a lot of people coming out now to these things?
Yeah. Like I said, our first show was just on Monday night.
Yeah.
I turned 60 yesterday. So
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it consequently was my 30th wedding anniversary on the same.
Oh yeah.
I got married on my 30th birthday that way.
Oh, that's great.
I only did that so my wife would always remember,
There you go.
Good.
Easy.
But the show on Monday, like I said, it was our first time out and it was a great crowd, a lot of friendly faces, a lot of people we remembered. So we're especially thankful for that, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Go ahead, Deb.
I just wanted to interject something. I forgot about, Paul Tobias Music. For everybody that's listening, that's a great place in Downers Grove. Tobias family's been there forever. But what's really cool is I remember when Lori said, about Paul sending that like thing, and she sent me a link and I listened to the music and right away that they sounded good. But it's like, and don't take this wrong, you can do stuff to make music sound good when you
You
listen to
can.
it,
That's true.
And so that's why when we went, we were like, well, we got to go see you guys, And not only did you guys play very well, I want to like put this in too. You guys have an infectious personality. I mean, for our reunion, you had the Hawaiian shirts and you had all this stuff going on, and I mean, it made you got people going. It wasn't like you were up there just playing. You put your heart into it, and you could tell that the group of you guys together have this like really cool bond that y'all have a passion for music. That's the way it is said, and us having such a passion. I mean, oh my goodness. It's just too bad that we didn't meet you earlier, so we could have had you for some more of our parties. So
I think you guys would be great for a block party. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh my God. You do block parties?
We'll play just about anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for
Because
sure.
I'm hoping that people are going to start having that stuff this year with everything opening up. I live in a condo. Unfortunately, I don't live in a house. Otherwise, we'd be planning a block party. I love Debbie and I love to plan things.
Yep.
So I'm already getting my schedule out. I want to go all the time to these concerts this summer. I want to go see you multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was really great too, is we were very fortunate to have our 2 grandchildren when we went to go see you, and they just loved it. And 5 and 6-year-old, and they just were dancing and dancing, and we were watching the people to see how they were liking the music and everything, and people were just really getting into it. It was just great. And like you said, it was like you listened to a song and then all of a sudden you remembered where you were at when that song was playing.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. And it was like you were actually listening to the real group that sang that song. That's what's so great. Your voices are just phenomenal. Now tell everybody what the instrument is that the one gentleman in your group plays.
Right. So that kind of is makes us a little unique for sure.
Yeah.
Aside from the songs that you never hear part, but Tom Culver is he plays the 6-string electric cello. And that doesn't really sound like a rock and roll instrument unless you're talking about ELO, but yeah, Tom plays that thing, and he does all kinds of things with that. I mean, it sounds like a guitar, sounds obviously like strings. It sounds, I mean, yeah, he's a great musician, and he's able to interject it in ways that, like you said, it just enhanced the sound. That little part that you hear in a song that you forgot about, but then when you hear it, you go, oh, that's what it is. Yeah. So he's really good at things like that. So Tom, does a lot of the arrangements of what we do in terms of that stuff. So he's got a particularly good ear for that kind of thing. So yeah. It's fun to watch too, because he's sawing on the thing all night long.
Yeah, he's amazing. He really is. And I've never seen an electric cello before, and that is just really cool. I think that's one of the highlights of listening to you guys. But like I said, we're so excited that you're here today, and I'm going to encourage everybody to go out and hear them, and bring your family, bring your friends, get a picnic basket. A lot of these places that are having the outdoor things, you could bring your own stuff in there. Bring your chairs. That's important, because a lot of places don't have their chairs. And just sit out there and have a good time. Dance if you want to dance. I'm telling you, you will not go wrong. Listen to Strung Out. So you will be going home singing the music in your car and talking about it for the next week, because it's just going to be so awesome. And I'm really saying this truthfully. It's just amazing. And if anybody's planning a block party, please call them. Their information is on their website. And also we're going to put it on our site. And we are so excited. But Debbie, we have to talk about something we're really excited about. And I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay, so a couple things here we want to just wind up with. First of all, I just want to add one more thing to that. If Jeff, if you can go ahead and go ahead and if you feel free to randomly, you know, put stuff up on the For the Health and Wellness of You Facebook site, you know, links and stuff, because to remind people, you know, people are so busy, sometimes they don't think. And if somebody missed one of your events, they'd be sad, okay? If they were able to go, right? Especially if it was in their neighborhood. But you know, I also want to just put in there that we're growing and growing and growing. I don't even know where our number is right now, but we're at 515 maybe. So I am so excited about this, you guys. Lori and I set a goal that we want to hit 1,000, and we decided that we would do an interim goal of 500. And we are going to have a giveaway on Friday. Everybody, even if you join in the next day or two, and even if you join as late as Friday, your name can go into this giveaway. And we're going to spin a wheel, and we've got a name that's going to get picked. And whoever that person is, you're going to be lucky because you are going to receive a lot of cool things from, there's going to be books from the authors that we've interviewed. There's going to be all kinds of different things. And, you know, so I just want to encourage everybody. And I also want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that Lori and I have had so much fun with this. We're starting to, you know, venture out into all different arenas of people that we're interviewing, just like today, Jeff. This is great. This is the perfect time with summer ahead of us and so much fun happening. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody. And Jeff, go ahead, please. Like we said, put your stuff on, you know, in the comments. And Lori, I'm going to have you close us out.
Okay, thanks again, Jeff. You made my day. I think I want to go out and hear you for sure next week. I'm going out to hear you. But again, thank you, everyone. Like I said, Debbie and I are not experts at this. We just started this during the pandemic because we wanted to make sure people were doing good. And we thought this was like, you know, a get together for people to have, you know, talk about things they want to talk about. If you have anything special you want to talk about, just get a hold of Debbie and I, and we'll be more than happy to interview. We've had so many different kinds of people here. So thanks to everyone. So with that, I'm going to say, have a great Wednesday and make sure you listen to Strung Out on YouTube. Okay. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Jeff.
guys.
You have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.